Hello traders, welcome back to this video. It is another day to do our top-down analysis, and today I have some few pairs for you guys. So an update on USDCHF. USDCHF right now I expect more selling to the downside because our buyers came from the daily time frame. So from the daily time frame, we had some beautiful downtrend structure you can see clearly, and because of that, we are supposed to be looking for sales to the downside. So price came up here, reacted from that area, and then we had an internal change of character to the downside. So we expect price to be moving down because of that confirmation that price is willing to move down. So if I zoom in, you can see clearly we had this as our last break of structure to the upside. Then later on, price took out that low to the downside. So we had that change of character. Then here we had another pullback, and then price went down to break a structure to the downside. So the idea was that price comes back into this daily order block. Once we had this break of structure, we had this daily order block up here, and that is the point of interest. And then I considered to take this as a liquidity. So the 4 hour time frame. So this is the liquidity area here. Then we made our order block to be small in the 4 hour time frame. So this was the 4 hour order block. Price tapped into that area, and then we had this massive bearish candle to the downside. So later on, the price came back up to fill in this fair value gap. Uh, Initially, I had taken an early entry and I was taken out from that point here, but price came up again and mitigated this extreme order block up here. So if I clear this one here, so price came up once again, mitigate this extreme order block. Then we have this rejection to the downside. So the 1 hour time frame, we had fast reaction once price tapped into the 4 hour order block. Then later on, we have this massive drop to the downside. So price has already mitigated that 4 hour order block, and right now, if I want to have my entry to the downside, I want to see price breaking below this low, and then we have the change of character to the downside. So first of all, we had the confirmation in the 1 hour time frame, and then we had this pullback into the 4 hour order block into this point of interest. And then right now we need to see price clearing this low to the downside to have a clear confirmation that price is willing to move even lower to the downside. So I need to see price closing below this point, and then if I want to have the continuation entry, I will wait for price come back into this area once again. So we have that order block, the 4 hour time frame. So that will be my point of interest where I want to have a continuation entry. And hopefully, if price comes into this area, I will take this trade and I'll be holding this trade up to this point down here. So we take our sales from this point and then we target the external liquidity as our full take profit. So it is not a good idea to be holding a trade from that area because we expect price to come down and clear the external liquidity. It's not advisable to be very unrealistic and be targeting this point down here. So the realistic target should be down here at this external liquidity. So that is my setup on USDCHF, guys. So let me know what you think in the comment section. So that is my setup. So I also have gold. So on gold, I still expect bearish movement to the downside. And from our last analysis, this is the setup that we had on Thursday. I told you guys that I expect price to come into this fair value gap, mitigate that fair value gap, and then we have a massive drop to the downside. So right now, I expect this low to be taken out, and then I'll want to see how price reacts once it taps into this 15-hour order block. So if I come back into the 4 hour time frame, let us read how the market structure is being formed. So if I come into the daily time frame on gold, price tapped into this fair value gap, the daily fair value gap. We had this massive pullback after price tapped into this extreme order block here. So price came into this fair value gap, indicated that fair value gap, and then we had a very beautiful change of character inside the 4 hour time frame. So after that change of character, price had a very good retracement into these areas, and then after coming back into this area, I think price came into the 50% level, and then price has been selling to the downside. So price came into that 50% level, and then we have this massive drop to the downside. So as for now, because we are clearly bearish to the downside, and I expect more sales to the downside, so it means we are supposed to be looking for selling opportunities. So is formed this change of character, and then we have a new break of structure to the downside. And right now we have some fair value gaps just above this area. Because price has formed the break of structure, I still expect price to come back into these areas before we drop to the downside. So if I take my fib level from that high to this low, I still expect price to have a pullback into this 50% level, and then we take our sales to the downside. So let me clear this so that we can have a very clear structure. So in the daily time frame, we still have a fair value gap there. And if I drop into the 4 hour time frame, we still have those fair value gaps. And then right now in this internal structure, let's go lower into the 1 hour time frame. So price tapped into that fair value gap, and then we have the massive drop. And right now, I expect price to be coming up once again. So we had something like a small change of character inside this area. That is why I expect price to be reacting at least from this order block here. Or if price will be going even lower to clear the external liquidity, we will wait for the pullback, and then we will be taking our buys to this area before we take our sales to the downside. So right now, the main point of interest I want to be looking for a trade from is from this point. So this is the 15 minutes time frame. You can see that. So we also had this break here to the downside. And then we have this point of interest, which is unmitigated. And then we have this liquidity here. So we have this low down here. So if I want to take my buys from this point of interest, I want to have a confirmation first before I take any trade entry. So I want to see price dropping down, come into that area, and then if I will have my confirmation, I'll be taking my buys from that area to the upside. If we don't have any confirmation, remember, don't take any trade without a confirmation, because no one is always sure about how the market will be behaving unless you have the confirmation. So that is my point of interest on gold. I want to look for my trades from that area, or if price will be looking to sell even lower into this external liquidity, we won't have any information from this area. So that is my view on gold, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. So I also have US 30. So on a US 30, if I come into the daily time frame, so the daily time frame, if I zoom out, you can see clearly that price went up, and had told you guys that price reacted from this support and resistance level, and we were targeting to take out this highs liquidity. So price has already taken out that highs liquidity, and I still think price will be moving even higher to the upside. So at the moment, right now, we have a very beautiful fair value gap in the daily time frame here. And I think that is where price will be having a pullback into before having the buy to the upside. So we have that daily fair value gap. I need to see price dropping back into that fair value gap before we take any buys to the upside. So right now, if I come into the 4 hour time frame, can see that we have that daily fair value gap, and inside that daily fair value gap also have a 4-hour fair value gap. So I want to see price dropping into this area, and then we take our buys to the upside. So as well, at that fair value gap, we have a very good support and resistance level, and I think price will be retesting that level before we have more buys to the upside. So my setup for US 30, I want to see price coming into that fair value gap. Then I want to see something like this being formed. So I want to see price dropping into this area. And then I see something like this being formed around that area before I take my buys to the upside. So once price comes there, I'll be taking the buy after confirmation. And then once you have the trade from that point, you target at least 1:3 risk to reward ratio to the upside. So on US 30, if I drop into the 1 hour time frame, let us look for more points of interest. So if I clear that to make the chart very clear, in the 1 hour time frame, we also have another order block down here that is unmitigated. Then we remember we had that daily fair value gap. So this is the best area of interest. Then we also have the fair value gap here inside the 1 hour time frame as well. So we have multiple uh, points of interest, and that means any point of interest that gives us a confirmation, that is where we'll be having our trade setups to the upside. So we have very many points of interest, and then we also have another extreme 1 hour order block down here. But I don't think price will be coming up to this point, but we wait to see what the market will have for us. But my main point of interest will be here inside this 4 hour order block, whereby we also have a daily fair value gap. So that is a very strong confluence from that point. And I'll be looking to take my buys from that area, and then we target at least 1:3 risk to reward ratio. So that is my view on US 30. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. If you have a different opinion, let me know. So I also have NAS 100 as my next pair. So on NAS 100, we had a very beautiful break of structure here. Then we had another break of structure to the upside. Price came back down, swept this low as a liquidity. We didn't have a candle closing below this low to confirm change of character to the downside. But price swept that low's liquidity, taking out stop losses. And then we have the price moving even higher. So right now, I expect price to be taking out the extreme the extreme structure, the external structure. And if I come into the daily time frame, I don't have any point of interest. Then inside the 4 hour time frame, I think we have this gap, this fair value gap here, but the price already tapped into that fair value gap. So if I come into the 1 hour time frame, let's see what we have. So inside the 1 hour time frame, still there is no any point of interest. So let me drop into the 30 minutes time frame. So we have the price breaking structures to the upside, and I think we already have this low as our strong low as at the moment. So this is the structural low, and I expect price to be reacting from these areas to the upside. So right now, if I drop into the 15 minutes time frame, I'll be expecting price to take out this low before we take our buys to the upside, because this was the first pullback before this break of structure to the upside, and that will be, as for me, this will be a liquidity. So NAS 100, I don't have any point of interest inside this this time frame. So if I come into the 30 minutes time frame, into the 1 hour time frame as well. So if price will be looking to drop even lower, remember this pullback here didn't sweep any liquidity. So if price will be taking this low to the downside, I expect price to come up to around this area here where we had some consolidation. And then inside the 30 minutes time frame, we still have some area here where the market came back into. So we still have this area, and price came back again, reacted from this point. We had the move to the upside, and this that means this is our strong low, our structural low. So I need to see price coming down, take out this low, and then once price takes out this low as a liquidity, I'll expect price to have a market shift in structure to the upside, and therefore I'll need to see price doing something like this, and then I'll be taking my buys up to this external liquidity. So watch out once the market opens. Let us watch out to for price to take out this low, and then we look to take our buys from that area once price takes out the liquidity, and then we target the external liquidity. So I thought price left behind a fair value gap inside the 4-hour time frame, but unfortunately, this fair value gap was already mitigated. But as for now, that is what I think NAS 100 will be doing. It is so unfortunate we don't have any point of interest to have an entry from. But generally, I expect price to be taking out this high. That is why I still expect more buys to the upside. So that is my view, guys, on NAS 100. Let me know what you think in the comment section, guys. And this is the last I have on GBPUSD and Euro USD. Right now on these two pairs, I don't have a clear structure, but I think GBPUSD is having a retracement, and I think price will be coming back into this area. So price tapped into this daily fair value gap, and we have this bullish reaction. So at the moment, I am still waiting for price to come up to this area, and then we look to see if price will be dropping from this point to the downside. So I'm still waiting for that area, and I'll be updating you guys. Let's say maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share, comment down below, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss on any analysis that we do in this channel.